Welcome to the Western Association for College Admissions Counseling College Fair. We're so excited to have you participate in this event. We have some fantastic schools here with us tonight. My name is Christy, and I will be your facilitator. Before we get started, a few housekeeping items. Your camera and microphone are off, so the panelists cannot see or hear you. You can use the Q&A button on your screen to type your questions to our presenters at any time, and that's usually located near the bottom of your screen. This is just one of many different sessions happening, so be sure to check out the schedule on the website. This presentation is being recorded and will be available at strivescan.com/WACAC. I'd now like to turn it over to our first presenter, the University of British Columbia.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm just going to get my presentation up and going, and then we'll dive right in. So good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for spending a little bit of time with us today. My name is Jake Howard, and I'm a manager for the International Student Recruitment Team for the Americas, Middle East, and Africa at the University of British Columbia. UBC Okanagan respectfully acknowledges the traditions and customs of the Syilx Okanagan Nation people, whose territory the Okanagan campus is situated. UBC's Vancouver campus is located on the traditional, ancestral, and unceded territory of the Musqueam people. As you're joining from all around California, I also want to take a moment to recognize the traditional caretakers of those lands and pay respects to their ancestors past, present, and future. At UBC, we start every information session, celebration, and event with a land acknowledgement to pay respects to the lands, its long history, and those living upon it. For today's session, I really want to focus on three key areas for UBC: our reputation for academic excellence, our two fantastic campus locations, and what we call active learning, so that you can get an idea to determine if UBC is going to be the right fit for you. You may or may not know that there's over 25,000 universities worldwide. UBC is a public research university with two campuses in the province of British Columbia. We have over 260 different undergraduate majors to choose from and are consistently ranked amongst the top 40 research universities worldwide and one of the top 3 universities in Canada. One area where we're putting a lot of our research focus on is battling climate change to ensure a better Earth for future generations. In fact, UBC is on track to meet our goals of being a net zero for greenhouse gas emissions by 2050. UBC has also been ranked as one of the most international universities in all of North America, which means that you'll be part of a global community of about 18,000 international students that come from more than 160 different countries. You'll have the opportunity to share your class and campus with students from all over and gain a truly global perspective. So, we do have two campuses, UBC's Vancouver campus in the city of Vancouver and UBC's Okanagan campus located in the city of Kelowna. These campuses are about 4-hour drive apart from one another, so you really are going to need to pick a team, pick a campus, and that's where you'll be spending all 4 years of your undergraduate degree. Regardless of which campus you attend, you'll graduate with the same UBC degree that is recognized worldwide. Our UBC Vancouver's campus is located in the city of Vancouver, which is home to about 2.5 million people. It's a vibrant multicultural city located right on the Pacific Ocean and surrounded by picturesque mountains. The campus is about 20 minutes from our city center. The Vancouver campus is home to about 46,000 undergraduate students, so it's a big place. It is a self-contained college campus community with state-of-the-art facilities, sports fields, museums, restaurants, and theaters. There's always something to see or do, both on the campus and in the city of Vancouver. Now, maybe you would prefer a mid-sized campus, and if so, UBC's Okanagan campus in the city of Kelowna might be the right option for you. Kelowna is one of the fastest growing cities in the province of British Columbia with a population of about 200,000. It is also a thriving tech industry that has a net worth of about $1 billion. So it really is a thriving tech industry. UBC's Okanagan campus is home to about 10,500 undergraduate students, so much more of that sort of mid-sized community feel. The Okanagan campus has small class sizes, a unique campus-city partnerships, and more than 1,000 current research projects underway, which makes it easy to really plug into the close-knit community that that campus can provide. At UBC, we recognize that there is much more to your education than the campus locations, and UBC has many opportunities for you to take advantage of all the different ways to get involved. You are going to be encouraged to expand your horizons to find your path at UBC. There's lots of different ways to do this, and I really encourage you to explore all of the 5 different areas you see on the screen. One that I do want to highlight is our cooperative education program, which is an option for students in nearly all of our undergraduate programs. Co-op's that opportunity to take what you're learning in the classroom and research labs and apply them into the real world through paid internships. Over 6,000 students participate in co-op placements each and every year with companies such as Adidas, Electronic Arts, Lululemon, Disney, and Microsoft, just to name a few. And in fact, about 90% of UBC students who participate in the co-op program do receive an offer for full-time permanent employment upon graduation. So a really great way to do some networking and set yourself up for success upon graduation. In terms of our academics, UBC offers over 260 different undergraduate majors. We offer degrees in fields such as the liberal arts, business, and STEM, but we also have some unique and niche programs like our applied biology program, kinesiology, and many programs within our faculty of forestry. So if you think that UBC might be the right fit for you, you're going to want to start your application, which can be found on our website at you.ubc.ca. Our application will open on October 1st, and it'll close on January 15th. You're going to want to choose your program requirement as well as your campus and ensure that you meet the academic admission requirements for each of the programs that you're interested in studying within. As mentioned, the deadline is January 15th, and after you've applied, you'll have the opportunity to upload your transcripts and other supporting documents that are necessary. UBC's admission is both competitive and comparative. Your UBC application will be evaluated on a combination of your academic performance as well as what we call a personal profile, which gives us a sense of who you are outside of the classroom. We'll also be looking at how you've been challenging yourself through high school, whether or not you've been taking some honors classes, extra IB classes, things along those lines. So thank you so much for learning a little bit more about the University of British Columbia. Make sure you bookmark that you.ubc.ca webpage to ensure that you can do a little bit more research at UBC. And of course, always stay in touch if you have any additional questions. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Next, we'll have the University of College Dublin.
Thank you so much, Christy. All right. Céad Míle Fáilte, welcome everyone, and hello from University College Dublin in Ireland. My name is Chelsea Weaver, and I am the North America Western Regional Representative. Before I talk specifically about UCD, I'd like to start with a few highlights of Dublin and Ireland. Ireland is known as a very welcoming, safe, friendly, and beautiful country. Lonely Planet voted Ireland the world's friendliest country, and according to the Global Peace Index, Ireland is the 8th safest country in the world. Dublin ranks as one of the top 10 best student cities in the world by QS, and I think this is because Dublin is a very vibrant city. Almost half of the population is under the age of 34, so it's truly a great city for college students. It's also an accessible city in many ways. As I said, it's known to be a very welcoming place. There's no visa requirement as a full-time student from the US. It's an English-speaking country. It's easy to travel around the country and is well connected to mainland Europe. Dublin is a modern capital city and home to 1,200 multinational companies like Facebook, Google, Airbnb, and TikTok, and is a great headquarters for internships and work experience after graduation. UCD is ranked within the top 1% of universities worldwide. We have approximately 19,000 undergraduate students at the moment, and nearly 30% of our student body is international. We are ranked highly as a sustainable campus as well. Our campus is located in the suburbs of Dublin and is the perfect size, in my opinion, not too big, not too small, about 350 acres. And we are located 3 miles south of Dublin city centre. If you complete your degree in Ireland, you can stay in Ireland to seek employment and gain work experience for 1 year after graduation. Some photos of our accommodation. We have brand new student rooms that were built and just opened this fall. We have about 4,000 students living on campus, so it's bustling and vibrant always. We do seek to guarantee housing for first-year undergraduate international students, so that's one less thing to worry about. And all students stay in a private bedroom with shared living spaces, so you will not have to share a dorm room. Our campus is very similar to a traditional US college campus with all of the amenities that you're used to seeing, such as a swimming pool, sauna, gym, climbing wall, and various student and academic support services that you would hope to find as well. We have over 130 societies and sports clubs, so truly something for everyone. A few of my favorites are the International Student Society, of course, the Harry Potter Society, and the Food Society. And we have lots happening on campus, lots of convenient things on campus, such as a grocery store, laundry facilities, a pharmacy, and a health center as well, of course. In Ireland, we refer to majors as courses or programs. It is common to apply directly to the course of your chosen subject, which is known as direct entry. We do not have general education requirements, so if you want to study English and never want to take a math class again, this is just an example, you don't have to. We offer over 70 undergraduate degree courses, which are 3 or 4 years in length, depending on the course. We also have our Liberal Arts and Sciences program, which is our most popular program for US students, as it is most similar to an undecided major in the US, and it does allow you to explore various subjects for your first year or two before you actually choose a major. We are on the Common App, and our application's open today for 2022 entry, or you can apply directly on our website from October 1st. For one application fee, you can apply to up to 4 of our programs. For admission to UCD, we only review academics. We do not review essays, letter of recommendations, or extracurricular activities. Entry requirements for all of our programs are on our website, and we are currently test flexible for some of our programs for 2022 entry. However, our more competitive programs do require the SAT or ACT. We do have a priority deadline of December 1st of your senior year, and we definitely advise applying early by that deadline just to ensure that you're able to apply to our more prestigious scholarships, which would cover up to 100% of tuition. Attending college in Ireland is not as expensive as you may think, so please don't rule us out just based on cost. For a point of comparison, we are typically more expensive than staying in state for school, but usually less expensive than going out of state or to a private school in the US. 70% of our first-year North American students received a merit scholarship this year, and we do accept US federal aid as well. We have a 3D virtual tour on our website. Definitely encourage you to check that out. As a reminder, my name is Chelsea and I am your regional admissions representative, so please always reach out with any questions, and I look forward to connecting with you later. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Next, we will have Temple University, Japan campus.
Thank you, Christy. Well, hello from Tokyo. My name is Nathan Cran and I'm the Director of Overseas Admissions here at Temple University, Japan campus. Temple University, Japan campus is a branch campus of one of the United States' largest public research universities, Temple University in Philadelphia on the East Coast. We offer a unique opportunity for you to come and study your US degree in the heart of Tokyo, Japan, and graduate from a large, well-known, highly ranked US university. It's the best of both worlds. You get to study in a fantastic city, Tokyo, massive city, great entertainment options, food, culture, history, clean, relatively safe, It's just a great place to study. So you're getting a Japan experience, but also an international experience as well. You'll have the opportunity to work while you're studying here in Japan. You have the opportunity to take internships at a range of different companies, organizations, and embassies. You'll be enrolled in a health insurance program, and you'll have the chance to go on to work in Japan or work around the world. Being an American education in Japan, we offer a challenging and interactive curriculum. You can transfer credits from colleges and universities around the world, also get credit for A-levels, IB, and AP as well. There's no language barrier. It's all in English, but you can certainly study Japanese as part of your program from beginner to advanced. You have that flexibility. So don't worry if you're not studying Japanese now. The programs are in English, but we encourage you to learn Japanese as part of your program. Temple has really been at the forefront of international education for many years. As I said, our main campus is in Philadelphia, 40,000 students. We have a campus in Rome, Italy, that's been there over 50 years now, and the campus in Tokyo, Japan, coming up on 40 years next year. As a Temple student, you apply to the campus you want to start at. If you want to start in Japan or do your full degree in Japan, apply directly to our Japan campus. Once you're a Temple student, it's very easy to go and study at one of our other campuses with an internal transfer process. You could either spend a semester or two in Rome, Philadelphia, or transfer and graduate at our main campus in Philadelphia, and vice versa. We also have many study abroad opportunities at our partner schools right around the world. So I would encourage you to consider taking a semester or two at one of our partners and really enhance your degree. Temple University Japan campus is located right in the heart of Tokyo, 5 minutes from a place called Shibuya. Now, Shibuya is commonly known as the Times Square of Tokyo. You've probably seen it on many video films and photos of that massive crossing where thousands of people cross every time the lights go red. So we're 2 stations from there on the train, 5 minutes, in a place called Sangenjaya. Around the university, plenty of shops, restaurants, cafes, entertainment options as well. And we're not far from other key areas of Tokyo, including Shinjuku, Akihabara, etc. So no matter what you're interested in, Tokyo has something for you. And with an amazing public transport system, you certainly don't need a car. You can get anywhere on the trains, they're clean and frequent. Also, if you're interested, riding a bike is very easy as well. It's pretty flat, and walking around is safe and easy too. A day in the life of a TUJ student, or as we call it, TUJ, Temple University Japan. You could be doing your classes in the morning, part-time job in the afternoon, internship some days as well, and participating in some of our activities on the weekend, like climbing Mount Fuji in the summer and watching the sunset above the clouds. Amazing. Our campus is approximately 1,400 students, and we have students from around 60 countries. And we offer a class size average of only 21, which means it's a very personal and interactive class. You'll get to know your professors very well, and they'll get to know you well as well. You'll meet students from around the world, including fellow Americans, but also Japanese and students from many different countries. So it's very diverse. We also have students from many different backgrounds and age groups, some straight out of high school, transferring from college or university. Some have been in the military and some have been working. All of our students study together, so we don't separate Japanese students and international students. You are studying together, which is great. And that gives you a chance to make friends and also learn Japanese as well. We have a whole range of clubs and activities I recommend you get involved with throughout the semester. They're very popular. and usually at a very good discount as well. So I'm going to skip through. My time is running out. They're the majors we offer, 10 different programs in our Tokyo campus there. And I'm going to skip through to the end. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us. Our email's on the screen, ac@tuj.temple.edu, and our website address there. Again, thank you so much, and we hope to see you in Tokyo in the near future.
Thank you so much. Next, we will have Deakin University.
Thank you. I'll just get my screen up here. So hi, everyone. Good day. My name is Tori, and I work for Deakin University that's based in Melbourne, Australia. I'm currently based in North Carolina, so on a much friendlier time zone. I represent Deakin here in North America. So for any of your questions, please feel free to reach out to me directly. You may know Australia for things such as Vegemite, Tim Tams, nature and wildlife. And certainly let's not forget about those cute koalas and kangaroos. But often people underestimate the power of an Australian education. And I would simply ask you to look at the rankings of the world universities and the Shanghai rankings, QS rankings, Times Higher Education rankings, and see that Australian universities, Deakin included, are amongst the top universities in the world. So a little bit more about Deakin in Australia. Basically, Australia is geographically the same size as the US, give or take. And the population, though, is where it's significantly different. So around 25 million in all of Australia. 90% of the population lives within about 60 miles of the coast. And 1 in 4 Australians was born overseas. Like I mentioned, our main campus, so Deakin, like many other universities, has multiple campus locations, but our main campus is in Melbourne. I'll talk about the Melbourne Burwood campus. So overall, Deakin has around 65,000 students, so a rather large university, but split amongst our 5 campuses. Here you'll see some details around the Melbourne Burwood campus and some of the facilities that are available at that campus. So it is our biggest campus, most active, most people on campus, and some of the labs like the exercise and sport science facilities are fantastic and based on that campus as well. Same as our television studio and our food labs as well. If we move down the coast a bit to Geelong, we have 2 campuses in Geelong. One is our Warren Ponds campus. And as you can see, a much smaller student population there, but a massive campus, actually the biggest land space of a university in Australia. On that campus, we also have wind-powered solar energy. So that campus aims to be completely carbon neutral. And the Deakin Medical School is also based on that campus. Our other campus in Geelong is on the waterfront, a beautiful campus location. Moot courts for the law school are there, occupational therapy labs, and home to, it's a very local feel in Geelong, so much smaller city than Melbourne. And then further down the coast, we have our Warrnambool campus, which is the smallest of our campuses. So if you're really looking for an intimate experience where you're going to know the people in the community and on campus extremely well, you would want to be looking at the Warrnambool campus. And there we have extensive aquaculture and sonar equipment for our marine sciences. And then, of course, we have our cloud campus, which is actually our fastest growing campus. And currently, we've got around 16,000 students enrolled in our cloud. So like I said, the main campus is in Melbourne, and just a little bit more about Melbourne as a city. It's one of the safest cities to live in. It's often been described as the world's most livable city, and is extremely accessible. So as you can see, there's trams, there's buses, there's trains. Deakin has a train and a tram stop at our locations. And, you know, Melbourne's just a great place to live in terms of sporting, theater, access to anything you could want. About Deakin itself, so we're a young university established in the 70s and known as Australia's Digital Academy. So we started out as a correspondence university when we first started and have continued on that trajectory, making education accessible for students no matter where they are in format that's digestible to them. We're really well known for things such as our student satisfaction and our technology. And we've got quite a diverse student population. So around 12,000 of our students are international. And of those 12,000, you know, that's split. So it's about a third from China, a third from India, and a third from the rest of the world, which is quite unique for a large institution with a large international student body. So you would be seeing students from all around the world, North America included. As I mentioned at the start, Deakin is one of the universities in Australia that's ranked in the top 1% of the universities in the world. And that's based on research and teaching and employability outcomes. As I mentioned, Deakin's really about students and digital and making our services and our academics accessible. We've had the highest level of student satisfaction in our state for over 9 years. And one thing we really pride ourselves on is our university career services. So we've won awards, we're #1 in the country for it. And essentially from day one, we're helping you through integrated curriculum and opportunities through our career services that will help you be prepared to enter the job force. These are our faculties, we're comprehensive. You can see our areas of strength highlighted in orange. So exercise and sports science, sport, psychology, and marine science, to name a few. We have 3 intakes throughout the year with rolling admissions. You apply direct to the university. We're currently test optional, and we have on-campus accommodation that's lovely and ranges from your own studio apartment all the way up to shared accommodation with a number of people. Like I said, my name is Tori. I'm here in North Carolina. Here are my details. Feel free to reach out with any questions you might have. Thank you.
Thank you. Next, we will have American College, Dublin.
Hi, everyone. Thank you, Christy. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. It's been a while. Okay. So, hello, everyone. My name is Sarah Healy, and I am the admissions counselor from the American College, Dublin. I'm currently based right outside of Philadelphia in Pennsylvania. But from my red hair, you can see I am Irish, so I hold this school close to my heart. So I love starting off the presentation with this really gorgeous picture because I think it really gives a great insight on Dublin, you know, as a city as a whole. As you can see, there's plenty of going on, like stores, restaurants, bars, libraries, anything, but it still has that really, you know, like small, intimate feeling, like a community. So it's not, you know, totally overwhelming, but it still gives you that essence of a city, which I think is like a great middle ground for a place to attend college. And then, as you can see, at the end of the street is St. Anne's Church, and that is where the American College Dublin holds their formal graduation ceremonies. So it gives you something to look forward to a little further down the road. So I just want to start off by saying that we are an Irish American university, which means that we are duly accredited here in the US and in Ireland. In the US, we are accredited by the Middle States Commission on Higher Education, and in Ireland, the Quality and Qualifications Ireland. So what this means for you as a student is, first off, you know, your degree will carry that much further once you've graduated. And secondly, you can kind of pick the path that makes more sense for you as a student. So through the Irish accreditation, you will go on a 3-year undergrad path to get your degree. And then through the Middle States accreditation, you will go through that standard American 4-year undergrad journey. So it really just depends on who you are as a student and if you're interested in taking those general education courses, or if you just want to get right to your degree. and just stick to those classes. So it's really up to you, and it gives you some agency when picking the path for your higher education. So we are a small school, around 500 students, but we love this because it really gives us an opportunity to provide our students with really small and interactive lectures. And because of that, they're typically less than 20 students. Before COVID, which seems like forever ago, I was able to go sit in on a few classes, and I would say from what I saw, it was more like 7 to 12, which also allows, like I said, for an extremely interactive experience within the classroom. There's tons of discussion and debate. It's not very dry, like the professor's just like speaking at you. It's definitely more of a discussion, and everyone, can bring their opinion and their perspective to the table, which makes it, that much more interesting, the material. So Dublin is your campus, and we really want to encourage our students to take advantage of this really, gorgeous, interesting city. We think it's just as important to read things in textbooks and, write papers on the history. But, on the opposite end, it's even more beneficial to go out and see these things that you're writing about and learning about in the classroom. We are just a 1-minute walk from the National Gallery. I mean, we're right in the heart of Dublin, right on Marion Square. So really the city is at your fingertips, and we don't want that to be lost on our students at all. So quickly, I want to talk about our administration. Like the size of our school and classes, it is small by design, with an emphasis on reducing bureaucracy. So what that means is that our offices operate under an open door policy. All of our students are really encouraged to drop by and get to know us, ask questions, because, without that connection, we're not able to help you to our fullest abilities. And because we're so small, we enjoy doing that for our students and kind of fostering this relationship in and outside of the classroom. So, you get the most out of your education. So these are the programs that we offer. We have the 3-year bachelor's programs in international business and liberal arts, and then our 4-year bachelor's in international business, hospitality management, event management, and liberal arts, and then 4-year BFAs in musical theater, performance, and creative writing. So our admissions process definitely takes on a more wholesome view. We welcome applicants from all over the globe. And like I said, our requirements are aimed at gathering, a fuller picture of our applicant. We're really interested in knowing who you are, what you're passionate about, what you're interested in, what drives you. So we really want you to paint a detailed and vibrant color of who you are as a student. So what's required is a minimum 2.0 GPA verified by transcript, or if you are a transfer student, a resume or CV, and any, transcripts that you have, and then a personal statement that describes why you would like to study your chosen area. This is where we really want to get to know who you are. We have been test optional forever, and we are still running out of time. Here's our tuition. And here's my contact information. I will certainly write it down in the chat. And if you have any questions, please do not hesitate to email me. Thank you.
Thank you so much. We will now move into the Q&A part of our presentation tonight. And so I would like to share our first question. What advice would you give someone going through the college search process? And we will go in the same order that everyone presented.
That's a great question. I think one of the things that I always recommend to the students that I'm working with is feel free and encourage yourself to explore outside of sort of the normal colleges and universities. There's some great schools all across the globe, and even throughout the United States that you maybe don't think of, but that have that right program and that right fit for you. So really don't be swayed by where your friends are going, or maybe what your parents are thinking. Really do a thorough search about what you're passionate about, because that's when you'll excel.
I would say utilize your admissions representative. So the people in this presentation and whatever school you might be considering, we're here to help you. We are fully supportive of you as a student, and we want you to be admitted to our university. So definitely utilize us as your resource.
I'd like to echo what my colleagues have said. Don't hesitate to reach out to us with any questions at all. We're happy to assist you through the process, and we're here for you.
Yeah, I'd say that's great advice, Chelsea. Use us. That's what we're here for. And we have the ins with the campus. So if you have questions that you need an answer to, or you want to speak with a particular faculty member or a student who's in your program or an alumni, it's really important that you access all of those resources as you make a decision. And oftentimes the first step is knowing someone like us that represents the university to help with that.
Yeah, I think everyone's given really great advice this far, and I would agree with every single one of them. I know how overwhelming and daunting this process can be. I feel like it was just yesterday for me. Don't be, I was always afraid to reach out to people for some reason, like they were against me, but we're not. We want to see you succeed. We want to see you flourish. This is a really exciting time in your life. And, don't doubt yourself. You will end up where you're supposed to be. So just enjoy the ride.
Our next question, what's one thing you want students to remember about your school?
We have the best cookies on the West Coast. No, I mean, to be fair, blue chip cookies are fantastic. And if you're in Vancouver, please come and eat one because they are amazing. But I would also say that one of the things I think students should remember about UBC is that a larger school provides a lot of options, and there's many different paths, and it's very interdisciplinary. And so you really can follow your passions and create a degree that's unique to you.
Love that. I would say I want you to remember that UCD is Ireland's global university, partly thanks to our large international student population. And we also have one of the largest urban campuses in Europe. And as Sarah said earlier, and I said as well, Dublin is just such a beautiful city.
Well, Tokyo. But we are the only four-year foreign university in Japan and have been here 40 years. So we offer a great opportunity for you to get an international education in such a great city. Thank you.
About Deakin, I'd ask you to remember what's called the Deakin vibe. And hard for you to remember if you haven't experienced it yet, but the more you talk with people from Deakin and the more experiences you have interacting, you'll start to pick up on the fact that, people at Deakin are a little bit different insofar as we put people first and have a really nice community feel despite being such a large organization.
Mine's a little bit of a fun fact that I hope will stick with you all. Our school is actually located in the childhood home of Oscar Wilde, a famous poet. So there's a lot of history and literature and just really cool feelings when you walk into the building. You can feel it instantly, and it just makes you want to take everything in and learn as much as you can. And yeah, so don't forget it.
And our last question for tonight, what is one myth you'd like to debunk on the college admissions process?
I don't know if it's a myth so much, but more just a reminder that everyone on the opposite end of those applications are humans too. Our admissions team is full of wonderful, amazing human beings that want to help you. So if you've forgotten to submit a document, or if you've made a mistake somewhere, or you have a question, just reach out and ask. I know it can be a scary process and it can be a daunting process, but it doesn't have to be. There's a lot of supports out there for you.
I definitely second that. But in addition to that, and I know I touched on this earlier, a myth is that I can't earn my degree abroad because it's going to be too expensive. So that might be true, but it also might not be. It depends on the school you're looking at and the country you're looking at and your particular situation and any scholarships you might receive. If you're already considering going out of state, as I said earlier, going international for your degree could potentially cost the same as or less than going out of state. Many of our universities offer their own scholarships and accept some external scholarships as well.
You took my point, Chelsea. I was going to say the same thing, that going overseas can actually be less expensive than going out of state in a lot of cases, certainly for us as well. But also thinking, if I go overseas, is my degree going to be accredited, things like that. Of course, the universities here, and many are accredited in the US or accredited and recognized worldwide. So there's no need to be concerned about that.
I would say a myth that I would like to bust is that the process and admissions is time bound. It's something you can start early and continue to explore as you carry on with your university degree. Always explore your options no matter where you are in the world, and continue to keep accessing learning that works for you.
It's tough going last, but yeah, I would just say maybe not necessarily a myth, but just a lot of people, starting this process really don't think of studying abroad as a viable option as much as any other school. And it certainly is. And it'll add a new perspective into your life and bring you a lot of awesome, beautiful memories that you will never forget. And, it's completely worth it. So.
Well, I just would like to thank everyone for joining us tonight. I really appreciate it. Great information. When you close this window, there will be a link to a very quick 5-minute survey. We'd appreciate any feedback you can provide. We encourage you to check back the schedule and sign up for more sessions. You'll be able to find this session's recording as well as all of the other session recordings at strivescan.com/WACAC. Thank you and have a great night.